technologically.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Butt reaction.
When I fuck with my butt, you gotta plug your nose out. You gotta plug your nose out. You gotta plug your nose out. When I eat too much grub, look out for my butt. Look out for my butt. Look out for my butt. See the poop in the bowl. They know it's my butt. They know it's my butt. They know it's my butt. When I eat too much grub, look out for my butt. Look out for my butt. Look out for my butt. I need to poop and fart. I hope I don't shart. And poop and fart. Hope I don't shart. We say oh yo yo yo. We say oh yo yo yo. I need to poop and fart. I hope I don't shart. And poop and fart. Hope I don't shart. We say oh yo yo yo.
You are now whipping on to butt tissue.
On the John.
Dude, the Black Eyed Peas never sounded so good.
Right? They improved.
Yeah.
They totally
Excuse me,
improved.
they're the Black Eyed Poos.
I thought it was.
Who
That
did
is-
that parodio?
That is somebody by the name of Peter Chow.
Nice.
Yeah, he did good work.
good
I
man.
thought it was time we opened with a funny song because we haven't done that in a while, and I found that
Well, been funny?
very funny. Yeah, so that was awesome.
Speak for yourself, Dave.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Good.
All
good,
right.
man. Yeah, Muggs. I like that you turned it on, man, because before we started recording, you look like, you killed a cat or something.
Death? Hell?
I don't know. Are you
Depression?
feeling good? Okay.
Feel
all
great.
that.
I feel great. I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. But yeah, no.
I'm just,
Actually, what's that?
I'm just glad there's no construction going on at Dave's house right now because last episode,
Dude, they didn't come today.
Wow.
They didn't come
really?
today.
We lucked out.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday it was insane, dude. Like I literally had to leave.
Oh,
I took
my
Rhonda and I
Lord.
walked out because there was so much going on.
That's
And
crazy.
today they're gone, so
Good.
it's great.
That's awesome.
If you want, Omar, I can go grab some hammers.
no,
and start
please.
banging on things.
no.
Just, you
I'm
know,
good.
ad nauseam.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
But Muggs, how you all right?
Yeah, well, if you can't tell, my voice is kind of hoarse. And
Yeah, COVID 2.0.
no,
no.
not COVID 2.0. No, I spent my entire Tuesday afternoon at Angel Stadium yelling
What?
at Astros players. And it was great.
Are the
It was
Astros the
awesome.
cheating team that cheats?
Yep, they sure
Yep.
are, Omar. And they were in town to play a 2-game series against the Angels.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the second game, and to my surprise, actually not really to my surprise, but there were a lot of Dodger fans there to do exactly what I came to do. I had to wait an entire year. Us Dodger fans had to wait an entire year to do this because I was all ready to go last year because in 2019, at the end of that season, they determined that the Astros were cheaters.
Yeah.
So we found that out, in the off season, and then 2020 was going to be like, oh, here we go. And it, spring training started and they were already getting heckled at spring training, and then COVID shut everything down. So that Tuesday felt so good. I finally was able to release all my frustration and anger at Jose Altuve. It was great.
Tell me about the camaraderie and how it was, because I'm sure probably everybody got wasted and started having a good old time by, inning 3, right? And started going off. Did any fights happen, or did they
dude,
have to settle
I was-
everybody down? Because
There was no fights, Omar, but I was wasted before the first inning.
Oh,
we
were you?
pre-gamed.
Oh,
Yeah, we
nice.
pre-gamed it.
Okay.
I went with my buddy, and we pre-gamed it pretty hard in the parking lot. But, it's funny because Angels and Dodger fans have always had, the freeway rivalry, right? Anaheim and Los Angeles, and there's always been some tension whenever
but it's
Dodgers
not
are at
the
Angels.
it's not the tension that the Dodgers have like against San Francisco. It's nothing like
No,
that, right?
no,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not that
no.
rivalry.
Okay.
It's not that rivalry.
It's like a
but
friendly,
yeah,
hey, cross town, hey guys,
Yes.
we're both in LA.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
yeah,
I
exactly.
get
Dodgers
it.
suck, Angels suck, whatever.
Got it.
But on Tuesday, the Astros literally brought Angels and Dodgers fans together. I've never seen
Wow, that's
such
awesome.
harmony. Not only were there some Dodger fans sprinkled in, such as myself, Angels fans were supporting all the Dodgers fans that were there with signs. They were yelling things. It was great. I mean, I felt like, I was doing like a 1 hour set at the Chuckle Hut because I would just yell things like to Altuve. I would be like, Altuve, let me see your pecs. Take off your shirt. Is your buzzer turned on? Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. I did liar, liar, wearing a wire, like really loud.
That's a good one. Okay, that's a good one.
And the good thing about, the limited capacity is like when there's downtime, like when, in between pitches, it gets really quiet. And I was about, I would say 10 rows up from the middle of the outfield. So every time the play would get quiet, I would just scream so loud. And it was amazing. It was so therapeutic. And for the first time in my life, 37 years old, a foul ball came from the sky, hit me directly in my right hand, and popped out.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yep.
Did
and
you
I'm
not?
trying to locate.
womp.
So you didn't even see it coming? It just hit you?
I saw it.
Oh, you did?
No, he just dropped the ball.
It literally, Omar, I looked up, I'm like, oh my God, this is coming right at, this is amazing. This is the first time in my life. I've been at thousands upon thousands of baseball games. And, there's always a foul ball.
I don't think you've been to thousands
over.
upon thousands of baseball games.
Omar.
I think that's mathematically impossible,
upon millions, billions, okay?
I think hundreds, maybe.
foul-
Maybe I'll give you hundreds.
Trillions. So
All right.
there was always like an opportunity for me to get one, but it was always like a section over or like, a whole row, like a section up. It was always around me. Never, but this literally came right to me. And so it bounced out of my hand.
Yeah.
And there was the row in front of us was empty because of the limited capacity and went right to a kid. So it couldn't have worked out any better. But I was so depressed afterwards. Like I was like, really? Because all my buddy was laughing at me. Like some Angels fans were laughing at me. They're like, oh yeah, had to be a Dodger fan, couldn't catch a foul ball, huh? I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. Well, two things, Muggs. One, I'm really glad I wasn't next to you because you know how I am with screaming at a baseball game.
It's great.
I'm right next to you. Oh,
Yeah,
that would have been terrible
Dave likes
for me.
peace and quiet at a
Oh,
baseball game.
I love it. Love the serenity. But two, I'm really disappointed in you and the whole fan base that was there that day.
Why?
Because the day before, they had trash cans that they were banging. They threw it onto the field.
Whoa.
They threw fake plastic trash cans on the field. Like they blew up. Like this is the only time I would be cool with them blowing things up and passing it around like a beach ball because beach balls don't belong there. But they were trash cans. They were blow up trash cans and they threw them into the field. They had to stop the game for it. And real trash cans. That guy was banging the trash can and then threw it onto the field. Those are fans, man. You guys were just like, wire, pants on fire. What were you saying? Like,
Well, I couldn't sneak a real trash can, let alone an inflatable trash can.
that
in my
guy
pants.
took it from the concourse. That's dedication.
Holy
man.
crap.
Where are you at?
I didn't want to.
Where are you at,
I didn't want to
bro?
get thrown out of Angel Stadium, But I did my best, and I think it got to. Altuve did respond to me at one point.
He did?
He did. He sits there and bites his nails. So like after I ran out of things to say because I didn't want to repeat myself because I wanted to keep it fresh,
Yeah.
I wanted to keep the people laughing.
That's how you do.
He was just biting his. I'm like, quit biting your nails. It's a bad habit. And he didn't look at me. He kept on biting his nails. Hold on, Dave. That's not the point.
Oh, okay.
He kept on biting his nails, and he did the to me.
But
The no with his finger. And so I stood up and I was like, no. Like when he held his jersey, when the players wanted to rip it off after he hit the walk-off home run, but he was wearing a buzzer and he said he didn't want to make his wife embarrassed and he was embarrassed to take his shirt off. So
That sounds exciting,
Listen,
man.
Listen, Muggs, you
great,
think I'm
Omar.
being sarcastic, but if you're gonna like tease and heckle, I love the worst heckles in the world. That's like to me that's even funnier than like good ones.
your hair
because
sucks.
your hair is short, like because then they look at because then they'll actually respond to you because they'll be like, "What was that?" Like, and that's like I forgot which Padres outfielder, but is like his name was like Gay or Say or Ray or something like that, and we would just be like, "Hey, have a nice day," and he's looking at us like, "What are you guys doing?" and then he threw us a ball. So that was cool. See? So I really appreciate the
You're
cheesy...
coming after me after my heckles, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, I appreciate the worst heckles in the world. Those are funnier than the clever ones and the mean spirited ones. So
Yeah. And also I made sure not to cuss because there's a lot of kids around. I made sure to keep it all PG. And all the
for
kids
you.
were laughing.
Good.
All the kids were laughing at my stuff.
I want to bring up two things that are baseball related. First one,
Yes.
Muggs, this is just to tick you off. I have a brother-in-law that probably has attended 50 games. And he's caught
1,000? Wow.
No, just like 50 games, right? But he is a super hardcore Dodger fan. He's like you guys, right? Very hardcore. Right. He's gotten, like I said, like 50. He's probably caught 10 foul balls. He is like I was there. He went to one of the Kevin and Bean Dodger days that we had.
Yeah.
And sure enough, in the first inning, he caught something. I'm like, what? Wow. Yeah, he always brings his glove, and he calls it his lucky gloves. And without fail, he says, I tend to catch a lot of foul balls, man. I was just
Are you this though?
Jason. You know Jason. He barbecues and stuff.
Yeah, that guy. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, Jason.
Nice.
So, yeah.
But with another baseball related thing,
well, I was going to bring up. I was going to bring up.
Oh,
two.
I'm sorry.
I said two.
You had two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw you guys on social media going back and forth.
That was what I was going to bring up
about this Shake Shack, and I don't know anything about why Dave is hitting on Muggs, and tell me a little bit about that.
No. Okay, so here, let me explain. Let me explain.
Yeah.
So Omar, it was announced that Shake Shack is going to be the burger joint is going to be at the new center field plaza at Dodger
that's
Stadium.
right. They're going to redo everything, or they already redid everything. Yeah,
it's when we go back to Dodger Stadium, it's going to look completely different, like than what we remember it.
Yeah.
So I sent out a tweet. I wrote, I love Shake Shack as much as the next person with good taste, but they do not belong at Dodger Stadium. It should be Tam's Burgers. And if you know Tams, and it's a joke. It's a local,
I was going to say
it's
Tams is garbage too. By the way, I don't like Tams.
But my point being, and I stand true to this, is Shake Shack. When I think of Shake Shack, I think of New York. So and Dodger Stadium is getting so gentrified with the food now that I'm kind of bummed that it's not sticking to Los Angeles. Stuff. So when Mugg said In-N-Out, I was like, listen, I went for Tams because it was kind of like a joke part of the tweet, but I wouldn't mind In-N-Out if it was the truck and not an actual restaurant, because then they give you the chips and not the fries, because the fries are the worst part. I don't mind that, but I was hoping that it would stick to like Los Angeles based thing, because they used to have King Taco and a bunch of like Farmer John's, like the Dodger dogs are Farmer John Dodger dogs, and that's why you go to Dodger Stadium. Now it's becoming like every other stadium where it's major corporations bringing in their foods. And listen, yes, Shake Shack is delicious. I love it.
You see, for a guy like me, this is a huge plus, because I can go to a Dodger game and also try Shake Shack because I've never had it. I think it's a huge appeal for a person like me.
Yeah, you're gonna pay 3 times the amount for the Shake Shack. But,
good point.
But and that's my point being, is that I was hoping that the Dodgers would stick to local foods.
I can see that.
And that was my point with that. So Muggs, I get where you were coming from, and yeah, I was joking about Tams, but I am bummed at Shake Shack. I love Shake Shack, but I am bummed that they're bringing in Shake Shack and like all these other like big time food. That's the reason why I don't like Anaheim. I don't like the food at Anaheim Stadium. It's Carl's Jr., Panda Express, which you guys know I love Panda Express, and Wiener Schnitzel. I love Wiener Schnitzel too, but I want that local hot dog flavor. Like, if we're gonna replace all hot dogs, might as well just use the Costco hot dogs, because they're the best hot dogs around.
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that, and I'm not looking forward to spending $20 on a burger from Shake Shack, because that's what they're going to be. They're going to be super expensive.
But you can still bring your own food in, I think, right?
At Dodger Stadium?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you could. I guess. Well, I don't know how it's going to be this year because of COVID and all this, but you were able to in the past bring your own food.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I think the only thing you weren't allowed to bring in was like beer, obviously alcohol, and you might have been able to bring in water and like soda, but yeah, definitely food. So I don't know how it's going to be this year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Baseball.
But that's going to be exciting. Oh, you had a crazy week, huh?
Yeah, Stryker and Klein had a couple of days off. They gave us Thursday and Friday off, and it was totally
Yeah, I
last
had it
minute.
off too. That was pretty cool.
What you decide to do on your vacation, Dave? On your perma vacation?
Just chilling,
Okay, all right. But no, yeah. So it was like a last minute thing, and my wife and I are totally just playing by the rules, and we felt so cooped up in here. We said let's do a road trip to the Grand Canyon because we've never been there. And even though they don't have a mask mandate, that I came to find out, from Dave, I said, let's go. We'll be responsible, and let's just get out there and have some fun. And man, it was so much fun. This is the longest. This is the longest road trip that me and my family have taken by ourselves without stopping. So we drove about, oh man, nonstop, like 5 hours before we hit our first stop to eat, and the kids were fine. No devices.
Nice.
They were doing
5
activities.
hours.
Yeah, no, they were doing activities, and they were reading books. And trust me, I was super nervous about the entire trip because the last thing I wanted to do is hand them device and, be like, all right, here you go. You can watch Dora the Explorer all the way there. Didn't want to do that. And I also wanted to be engaging, especially this is, a family trip, that I want them to remember. So the trip there was super easy. We ate at these local places, which I love eating. We stopped at Needles, ate at this place called the Wagon Wheel, and everybody was masked up. And once we got in, we stayed at this place called Williams, Arizona. It's about an hour away from the Grand Canyon. And once we got there, the people in the hotel, everybody's masked up, but we went to the Grand Canyon Brewery to have dinner. And just like Dave said, there is no mask mandate. Nobody there. It was probably, I'm going to say, 20% of the people were wearing masks, but obviously no mask mandate. So a lot of people were not. We got a server that was not wearing a mask, but he was very respectful of our space. So he made it known that, hey, if you guys feel weird, just give me the word, and I'll kind of walk around you to serve you. But I got to be honest. About 10 minutes when we took our masks off, we kind of just let our hair down, and it felt like regular times, man. It felt really good, and I totally felt safe. So that was good. It was good food, good beer. And let me tell you about the Grand Mother Effin' Canyon. I had a buddy.
Grand Mother Effin' Canyon.
Yeah.
It's a big hole in the ground, right?
Yeah, basically, it is. It is. That's what it is. It's a big hole in the ground. And my buddy had kind of salted me on going to the Grand Canyon because he had been there, and he was just like, dude, it's a big hole in the ground. You kind of get bored of it within hours. So I was like, oh, man, I didn't know what to expect. And what we did is what I think everybody should do if you can afford to do it. Luckily, my wife and I have been saving, so we were lucky enough to, while going to the Grand Canyon, there's a little airport. So we took an airplane ride that takes you around the entire rim of the Grand Canyon and right down the middle. They also have helicopter rides where you could actually go inside the Grand Canyon, which is a little bit more expensive. But we decided to do the airplane ride, and that, my friends, is the way to do it because there's no other word to describe it. But it was just like it's breathtaking. It was like, this is not real. And like, you really get to enjoy the magnitude and the scope of how huge this thing is, and the river going down the middle. I mean, I went there, and it's still not real to me. It just seemed fake when you were looking down there because I've only seen it on TV and seen pictures, seen it online. When you see something that huge, it really does make you realize how small you are as a person.
Okay, Omar.
Yeah.
Here's my final quiz question to you.
Where's the first one?
Yeah. You get one and only one.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
And if you get it right, you pass.
Okay.
Oh.
How was the Grand Canyon formed?
How was the Grand Canyon formed?
Good question.
The oceans were all like, oh, I'm really heavy, and then it evaporated. I don't know. Tell me.
Well, Omar, you failed, my friend.
Okay.
They didn't. You didn't learn that when you were over there. You didn't have like a guide or anything.
During the airplane tour, they had headphones and they were jibber jabbering, but I wasn't paying attention.
Omar was listening to the Black Eyed Poos.
That's what I was doing. Tell me if you know.
You were close, Omar.
Okay.
You were close, Omar. It was formed by. Well, first of all, to get to the answer, which river is at the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
The Colorado.
What river is that? Okay.
Yeah.
That you get that right.
Yeah.
But it was formed by the Colorado River over hundreds of thousands of years, just erosion.
Oh,
the river flowing, so it just got deeper and deeper and deeper. And you guys know I'm a history buff.
Yeah.
On I think the story was like 2-3 years ago. They had the History of Us, and they went through every like landmark or national park, and they showed like a digital rendering of how the Grand Canyon was formed. And it started, sure enough, with a little river, and it just over time just got deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So go back there and relearn that.
Well, so it's kind of like that's a virgin river, and then as older and older it gets, it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all tore up.
It's all loose. It needs rejuvenation now.
Yeah. So I mean, that was definitely like a once in a lifetime experience taking the plane ride, and I'm so glad I did that. And then we from the airport to the actual Grand Canyon, it was about another 30 minutes. So we drove up there, and I don't want to discourage anybody from actually going to the Grand Canyon because my buddy was wrong. I had a blast at the Grand Canyon, dude.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, did you see one of the most popular tourist attractions at the Grand Canyon? And that's people dying from taking selfies?
dude.
No?
Well, I was pretty confident that this one kid was just walking down like by the ledge, just like he didn't have a care in the world, and his grandfather was just like, all right, look up here, man, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm like, what is happening? Like, it was crazy. Like there's certain parts where there's just no barrier.
Was his grandpa Otto the bus driver from The Simpsons? All right, man, give me the picture, man.
He was a totally dude guy though. And then there was this other guy, and he was doing just what Dave said. He was on the ledge, and he was taking a selfie just because he wanted that rad background. And if he would have moved over, or the wind would have kicked up, he would have been dead. Absolutely, it was pretty insane how dumb people are, man.
There's no railing.
Crazy.
There was no railing because I haven't been there since I was like 10.
If you go on specific trails, there's railings like the big trails, but then you start driving and you're stopping at other viewpoints, and once you go a little bit deeper, there's no railings. There's just absolutely no railings, and you could go down there and take a picture and possibly kill yourself.
Did you happen to go on that bridge that goes out into the canyon? And is it like a clear bridge or?
No, so I think that's on the North Rim. We went to the South Rim. Rim. Yeah, that's in the North Rim. And I think a lot of people that come from Vegas, I think if you stay in Vegas, the trip's like an hour and a half, to see the Grand Canyon. So that's on the North Rim. We kind of just saw the entire South Rim. So, but man.
What about... I'm not going to say it.
What about, are you going to make like a rim job joke or something?
Come on, Speed Bump, do it.
What about the anal rim?
So yeah, again, I don't want to discourage anybody from not going to the Grand Canyon because, to be honest, you get to this hiking trail, and then you see one portion of it, and then you kind of drive out, and just driving out there in nature. And the other weird thing, guys, and listen, I'm not the smartest guy. I thought it was going to be just a desert landscape, and it's not. It's the forest out there. It's like you're driving. Where? The Grand Canyon. Oh, so you guys aren't aware of this either?
There's parts.
No,
I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
Dude, the entire South Rim mugs that we drove was all a forest.
Anal rim.
Yeah, but man, dude, I had a blast, and the kids were super cool, and luckily everything was went off without a hitch. We didn't have any incidents, and it was definitely a trip of a lifetime. I'm actually editing a video up, like a family video with all the footage that we took, and I'll show it to you guys.
Nice.
So it was good times, man. Yeah, definitely. If you guys ever get a chance to do it, definitely go to the Grand Canyon. It's a very quick trip from Rancho Cucamonga. It took us about 6.5 hours to get down there, so it wasn't a big deal at all.
Nice.
Yeah,
Omar,
sure.
final question.
Sure.
Did you go on the edge and go, hello?
No, but I will tell you the most annoying thing. I'm not kidding you. Okay, some like a lot of people like dad jokes or something. But I saw this happen 3 different times from 3 different people. Okay, there was people there saying, "Red Robin." I'm like, what? I
don't
know,
even get that.
dude.
That's awesome. You don't get that? That's the Red Robin commercial.
Yeah, dude. It's just, oh my god.
What?
I was like, are you
it
kidding?
goes Red Robin, Red Robin, Red
And
Robin.
no, it goes Red Robin, and then it's yum.
Yeah, it just if you know, you know, but
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense. 3 different people, guys. 3 different people
Yeah,
did that
that's
into
awesome.
the Grand Canyon, man. I was like, what is happening? So yeah, it was
Did
a good
anybody
time.
go? Ricola?
I would have done that one. I love that one. I would have done that one. That would have been good. Mr. Sanchez, you went to the oddly named A Touch of Disney, which sounds like some pedophile's going to touch you.
All right.
Well, no, I'm going this weekend.
Oh,
It's,
you're going.
the first
Okay.
time I'm going to the Disneyland property since the day before everything shut down. I was there as the gates closed for the very last time, and now I'm excited to be going back to. It's called A Touch of Disney, which is it's just a dining experience at California Adventure. So the restaurants are going to be open, the bars are going to be open. They have these little like food kiosks everywhere, and you get to take pictures at all the spots. So essentially, I'm gonna go to eat at Disneyland, which then I'm excited for that. But they just announced that Disneyland is finally reopening at a 25% capacity. Fuck yeah. And 25% capacity, that's insane. That's cool. That means the capacity is like 80,000 people, right?
Okay.
80 to 100,000. So think about it. It's only going to be like 20,000 people there amongst each park. And those are big parks. So
now I know they released a list of what was going to be open, the rides. Are most of the rides open or?
Yeah, most of the rides are open, but some of the ones that aren't going to be open when they open up, and some of these, like, okay, the monorail is not going to be open. A lot of people like that. The canoes aren't going to be open. No one likes those anyways.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters sucks. No one cares.
I like that
Finding
one.
Nemo
My
Submarine
kids like
Voyage.
that one.
Terrible.
I peed
The
on that ride once.
bobsleds.
Wait,
Which one?
wait, what?
I peed on the submarine ride before it was Finding Nemo when I was like 10 because I was like,
Not on the ride. You peed in your pants. You fucking pee boy.
Oh, I peed on my pants on the ride.
What happened?
Like in the submarine.
What happened?
Because I had never been on the submarine ride before in my life, and there was no line. So I'm like, Dad, let's go. Dad, come on. And we ran over, and like we got to the front like right away, and I was like, oh my God, I got to pee really bad, but I don't want to leave because the line was already like backing up. Like people like saw it like I did. Like, oh, there's no line. So I was like, I'll hold it. Got around, how it goes around the whole it's on a track and it just goes really slow. By the time it got to the end, I was like, oh my God, I'm almost there. Hold it. And then it was just to the point where like, all right, you know what? Can't hold it anymore. And we had to go home because I had wet shorts.
You come up from the it's like a waterfall, right? You come up.
Yeah.
Like, so you're like, all right, that's it. It's gone.
Yep, that's it. The waterfall
Wait a
hit me.
minute.
And
What time was
then
this?
It's like maybe 9:00 at night.
Oh, okay. So you guys were
our day was
already
done,
at
but
the end of the day.
Still,
Okay.
I wanted to stay. But I peed my pants and then I waddled back to the car because I was like, it was kind of cold outside. So when you have wet pants after you pee them, you're just like, oh, hold on, let me get that.
What did Mama and
anyway.
Papa Mug say?
They really didn't. I mean, they're just like,
They're like, that's Beer Mug or that's Johnny.
Janky Town.